how to actually have a productive day. How do we make the most of our day so that we maximize our results? That's what everybody wants. And how do you do this and apply it to learning a new language, to becoming better at the language that you're studying right now? You can apply these principles to anything in your life and improve the quality of results that you get. But because my field is in languages, I wanted to make this presentation and focus it specifically on language learning. And that's what I say here, how to actually have a productive day for language learning or anything you choose. So how do we do this? Let's see. If you win the morning, you win the day. Guys, this is something that took me a long time to understand. But about 2 weeks ago, I started to really embody all these principles. And so I'm making my morning a priority. And I encourage you to do the same, right? Because guess what? If you win the morning, if you make your morning really solid and you tackle all these tasks that are priority in your life, I assume that you're trying to learn a language, so that's a priority for you. So if you make that your priority and you do this during the day, first thing in the morning, you're going to win. You're going to win the day. And this is something obvious. If you win the day, if you win the morning, you win the day. If you win the day, you win in life. Because the accumulation of these days, 7 days make a week. 4 weeks make a month. See, those days become weeks. Those weeks become months. Those months become years. And those years become your life. So I can't stress this enough and remind you how important your morning is in your life. So win the morning, win the day. I think you got the message. So I'm sure you can relate to some of these things here. Rushing with the stress, hitting the snooze button in the morning, your alarm clock going off and you hitting that snooze button. And sometimes we speed on the road when we're driving to work, wherever we're going, oversleeping and running late. So yeah, we're all guilty of these things. How do we change that? And like I said, you might be trying to get a promotion at work. You might be trying to make more money this month. You might be trying to find a new career, a new job. Or you might be trying to get better at learning Spanish, learning English, learning French. And so how can making our morning organized and really focusing on the things we can do in order to make it right is going to help us in whatever endeavor we're trying to achieve in life. So how is this gonna happen? And again, I asked the question here: can you relate to all the problems I already mentioned? Right, running late and always, being anxious. So don't worry, because there is a solution, right? And we're going to be switching from night owls to becoming a morning person, to being happy and excited and energized as soon as we wake up in the morning. I think everybody would like that. Don't you think? Let's see. So you can turn your life around by learning some of the principles in this amazing book that, as I said, I just started 2 weeks ago. I finished it the first week, and so now I'm applying the principles. And I've seen this book several times in my career, in my life, but I never really made it a point to get it and read it. This time, however, I did, and I'm so thankful, because now I know what to do when it comes to getting my morning right. So let's see what these principles are. But before we do that, I actually want to share with you this. Well, first, this small paragraph in the book saying, focused, productive, successful mornings generate focused, productive, successful days. So like I said, if you focus during, the first hours of your day, your days are going to be productive and successful, which inevitably create a successful life. In the same way that unfocused and productive and mediocre mornings generate unfocused, unproductive, and mediocre days, and ultimately a mediocre quality of life. So it also works the opposite way. It's also the reverse of not making your days productive and priority in your life. Those days are going to become a nightmare, right? And they're going to be mediocre, unproductive. And if you let that slide, your life is going to be unproductive. Your life is going to be mediocre. Nobody wants that. I don't want that for you. So let's see how we can avoid this from happening. So as I said before, I give you the acronym because there is an acronym involved. I want to share with you a few ideas on what you can do when your alarm clock starts ringing in the morning and you don't want to hit that snooze button anymore. So 5-step snooze proof wake up strategies that you can do in order to stop doing that. So the first thing is to set intentions before bed. So if you plan ahead, right? Create excitement for the next morning. You're planning what you're going to be doing the next day. So if in this case, language learning, right? You're trying to learn Spanish. Okay, so the night before, you already know what exactly you're going to be doing. Like, I'm going to perhaps listen to a song in Spanish, or I'm going to read a page in a book, this book that I really like in Spanish, and I'm going to do that the next day. So see, you already have a plan. And so when you have intention, when you set intentions, you create excitement, and that excitement is going to help you get up. You're going to wake up and you're going to get up. And that's what you want. So create excitement for the next morning. Know what you're going to do beforehand. Number 2, move your alarm clock to the other side of the room. This is quite obvious, right? But not many people do it. a lot of things and a lot of years had to happen before I actually started applying this principle here, because I used to keep the phone right next to me. So move your phone to the other side of the room. So you have to actually get up and get out of bed to turn it off, right? And so if you do that, you're already promoting, these mindset of, I have to get up. I have to get out of bed. Number 3, to make it even more solid, brush your teeth. So as soon as you hear that alarm clock goes off, you get out of bed and you head to the bathroom and brush your teeth, right? So like doing this mindless activity of brushing your teeth, you're not thinking so much. You're already allowing your system, your brain, to wake up slowly, right? So that would be number 3. Number 4 is drink a full glass of water to hydrate. So if you made it all the way to number 4, your body, your mind is already awake, fully awake. And chances are that you won't want to go back to bed anymore. Sometimes, that's a problem. We get up, we get out of bed, but we still feel like sleepy. Well, if you follow these instructions here, you won't feel as sleepy anymore. And the last one, number 5, is dress in your workout clothes or shower. Right? Shower would be like a definite way for you not to feel sleepy anymore. But I get it. Sometimes some of us, like myself personally, I work out before I shower. But I mean, you can just get ready, right? So be ready. So if you follow these 5 strategies here, you will have improved your chances to be up and ready first thing in the morning. The author in the book suggests 5 a.m. as a good time to get up. But I get it. If you're not used to getting up at 5, it's going to be really difficult. But that's why this is a process. Maybe if you get up at 7 or 8, you can try for 6. Actually, if you get up at 8 right now, you can try for 7. If you do 7, try 6. I started off with getting up at 6 because normally I would get up at 7, so I shot for 6. But this week I've been doing 5 a.m. every morning, and it's great. So let's see what these principles are, the acronym that I told you about. Now you know how to stop hitting the snooze button when it starts ringing in the morning. But here are the actual steps to have a miracle morning. That's the name of the book. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the name of the book is Miracle Morning. And as a result, a super productive day. Rod Elrod, I think, is the author. But let's see what the Miracle Morning savors. This is the acronym, savors. So it's going to save your day. It's going to save your life. It's going to save your morning if you do these 2, 4, 6 steps, right? The S in savers is for silence. So you need to meditate, right? Take time to sit in silence, whether in meditation or prayer. I do it for 10 minutes. You can, if you're a newbie, you can do it for 5 at the beginning, and then move up to 10, 15. So whatever you prefer, right? So still, a minimum of 5 minutes, perhaps, if you're just starting off, but you want silence. Take time to sit in silence, whether in meditation or prayer. It's going to help you recalibrate your mind. Lots of benefits. Affirmation is the next thing. So you need to affirm whatever it is that you're learning, right? Before I continue, actually, I want to say something here. Silence. If you're learning a language, you can start debunking all these negative beliefs that you have about learning this language. In your mind, you can be like, this is too hard. I'm never going to be able to be fluent. So this is the time when you listen to yourself and you're like, oh, these beliefs are not being supportive. Why am I even telling myself all this negative stuff? See, you catch yourself, right? And so don't judge any of these beliefs. Just listen to them. Just be aware of, how yourself is, creating this negativity, but don't judge it. And so you can use that time for silence, right? And of course, replace those negative beliefs with positive, encouraging things. The next one is affirmation. So we want to affirm what we want, right? For language learning, I know I can do this, right? You affirm, I will be able to speak fluently in 6 months. I will get to my goal of talking to a native speaker sooner rather than later. So see, you're affirming yourself, and this is really important, really important. Now, the next thing is visualization. You visualize yourself. You in your mind, you are, okay, I see the outcome. I know this is where I'm going. And so you just, you smile and you're like it says here, you're visualizing it. You're seeing the future. You see yourself being so fluent in the language. You're talking to native speakers. You're traveling. So see, your mind is powerful. If you visualize, you're creating your future. So visualize what it is that you want. Visualize the perfect outcome. Next is exercise. So after you visualize, you're already in your workout clothes. So you can, I don't know, start doing some push-ups in your room right there. If you can go to the park and do a little run around the park, that's great. Maybe you can put on your headphones and listen to some music, whatever. If you're learning Spanish, listen to some of your favorite Spanish music while you're working out. So all these things, right? So you're prepping yourself, to have a very productive day. And not just that, you're also studying and perfecting your language. So that's great. The next one is reading. So take some time before starting with work, before even doing anything, to read, right? All these things we're doing here are things we do before we even start our first task during the day. So read something encouraging, read a quote of your favorite philosopher or whatever. So read a book. If you're reading a book, read one page. It's going to take you what? Maybe 5 minutes to read one page of your favorite book or whatever book you're reading. So that's the next saver. Letter R, my bad. And the last one is scribing. And the author says here that he came up with this scribing word because he couldn't find another word for writing, right? How to say writing. He's like, I don't know how to say writing in a different way. I'm just gonna say scribing. And so you scribe, write. This could be anything from writing a journal entry to a blog post or writing your book. So I've already said how important it is for any language learner to write. Everybody's speaking, everybody's reading, everybody's listening to the language, but very few people actually write the language. So for language learning, guys, if you do those 4 things, 4 skills, 4 components, like I was talking about in a different video, you're going to learn a language, right? Because you're reading, you're listening, you're reading, listening, speaking, and writing, right? But not many people write. So get a journal, get a diary, and then start writing about your day, start writing about your affirmations. You can write about your goals. You can write about maybe an exercise routine for you, since you're going to be doing this consistently and daily. So if you combine all these things, guys, and you do them every single day, your morning is going to become so much more productive. You are going to achieve any goal that you want. You're going to master that language that you're looking to improve on, and everything is going to become so much easier. You're going to feel better as a result because you're going to start making progress way, way, way faster. So there you go, guys. These are the 6 strategies that I encourage you to try, and let me know how they work out for you. Cool? All right. Peace.